Last summer, there was a big uptick in interest for cricket being developed here amongst the black and ethnic communities in the UK. And from that, the charity ACE sprung to life and backed by Surrey Cricket Club with Ebony Rainsford Brent as the front and centre ambassador. But you may remember, if you were listening last year, we managed to get to talk to their director of programming, Mr. Chevy Green. Now we've got Chevy back, and we're going to find out how things are progressing. Chevy, welcome along to 98NotOut.
No, thank you, Darren. Thanks for having me back on. And thanks for the initial promotion. You was one of the first to reach out and say, come on, promote, talk about ACE. So thanks again. And it's just much appreciated that you reached out again to say, just for a bit of an update. So director of programs. It's been a bit crazy. We launched as an independent charity, and we've just been juggling all our time in and out of the lockdowns. So just like this, I've been doing a lot of Zooms with the kids, individual Zooms and group team Zooms. So yeah, that was kind of exciting. And then at the same time, we've now got a full team. We've got a team, a full-time administrator, 2 full-time coaches in London, and we've got our own office based out of the Oval, keeping that Surrey connection. So we are an independent charity, but I've got a nice view. There's been a few games already, and where my desk is, I can literally just look out and I'm behind the bowler's arm. So it's not bad, but we'll have to get you down, Darren, for a game.
Yeah.
We'll have to get you down and come and watch a game. Birmingham has launched now, which is great. Warwickshire Cricket Board are really supporting there, and the program manager there, Eaton Gordon, is doing some fantastic things, coordinating stuff there. And the coaches, there's Ronnie Barker, who's experienced coach, and Ricardo Gordon actually played for Warwickshire. He's coaching on the program too. So it's just been exciting, being able to launch a schools program in both areas, and we've got community hubs now going on in London, and we're just excited. There's a few other counties that are interested, and we're just trying to finalize those deals. I don't want to say anything just yet, because if it doesn't happen, what it's like. I'm gonna get a bit of egg on my face. So, but no, there's some really, really extended positive talks that have happened, and can't thank the support of Sport England and the ECB coming in a bit more as well in recent times. So yes, it's very, very exciting, and the academy is going, we're probably about 4 or 5 weeks in since we came out of the lockdown. So it's going well. We've got some matches planned for later on in the summer, and we've got some new open days to come and get some second year scholars. So that's really exciting. Like, we've had some massive interest over this past year, and when are you doing more? Are you taking more players on? And pleased to say that we will be having some more open days in Birmingham and London to get some second year scholars on to join the program.
That's fantastic. One thing I'm going to ask you, which was something that I noticed and I spoke about on the show last year, is there seems to be only a few black players playing on the county circuit in general. Whereas when I was a kid, a long time ago, the West Indian community over here, or the black community, couldn't get enough cricket. And everywhere you looked, every club, there were black kids, black players, people from the West Indies. And obviously, the West Indian national team at that time was something else. Are you finding a challenge these days in reaching out?
I guess the charity and the program was there because of that 75% decline. You talked about those times that you was referencing there, where there was a high number of players coming from the Caribbean to play over, and playing from the British community coming up through the ranks. So that's where we're at with the decline, trying to address that now. Some have said it's too late, and some say, well, it's late, but at least you're doing something to try to make a difference. So yeah, it's a challenge, but I think it's exciting, because since we've launched the program, I've inundated with requests from players all up and down the country, all areas. I don't think there's a part of the country where I haven't had an interest from a player, a parent, a school, a club reaching out. So a lot of interest. It's just trying to how we can finalize it and just bring it all together and sort out the details to try and support everyone. But first and foremost, we are a talent ID program. So yes, we want to help develop the game as much as we can, and give advice where we can, and help established clubs who need a bit of support, and just everyone playing. But ultimately, we're going to be judged on how many players we can get into county age groups, how many have gone on from there into other representative forms of cricket. At the bottom end of it, we want to try and get if there's a young player, boy or girl, playing in their club second team, can we get them into their first team? Like, we want to help everyone, but ultimately that's what we're going to be judged on, as talent ID. So it's a challenge. I think it's going to be a challenge for the next few years, but it's an exciting challenge because I'm seeing some young talent out there that are on our program at the moment, and also people sending me videos of what they're doing, and just phoning, telling me the level that they're playing at, telling me where they've played at before and where they want to go. So that is exciting. And like I said, we just launched our community hubs just in Lambeth at the moment, our community hubs in 4 areas across Lambeth, and the numbers are amazing already. We're already kind of averaging about 15 to 20 participants, boys and girls, at each of those venues already, which is, just for being 4 weeks without being able to do too much promotion, everything else. I'm just excited to see where that can go, and just transition those players in those community hubs into hopefully into our academy, and get them just to be better players all around. So yeah, it's been great. And the thing for us as well, which has been great, is there's a nice split at the moment of girls as well. So it's not just boy dominated. We've got a nice split of the girls, and the beauty of our development hubs and these community hubs that we're running, they're open to all ethnicities. So they're in targeted parts of the borough where we know there's a bit more of a Black community, but it correlates with a lower socioeconomic community as well. And we know that whether you're Black, brown, blue, green, if you're living in certain parts of the country, you will have the same problem. So for us, it's fantastic that we're open to support other communities as well, through our community and development hubs. And it's just good. So we're trying to spread the message of ACE to try and really help create a game for all in our community and our country.
I think it's a good thing that you mentioned about how cricket seems to be more inclusive than ever, and the girls and the women's side of the game is just exploding these last couple of years. It's going crazy.
It's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. And if anything, if you looked at the pathways, if you're a young boy and you're a young girl, especially at this stage now, I think it's a lot smoother, the transition of where you can go through the women's game. So we're aware of that, and we do have a girls focus for our secondary school program for schools year 7 and 8. So we do have a bit of a focus on there, and plus with Ebony, how can we not have a focus on girls as well? So it'd be wrong. It'll be wrong to do that anyway. But when you've got a former England international World Cup winner, inspirational woman with her now Sky presenting and all the other stuff she does, being involved in the game, we have to try and get more young girls into the game where we can and support that.
That's right. I mean, Ebony's the figure, but I mean, you've got a few other big name ambassadors on board, haven't you?
Yeah, no, it's good. We've got a few, and it's just great that that connection's there. There's some of those connections were there before, and others have reached out to say they want to be part of it. So it's exciting that we had Jofra Archer coming back from injury. He took a few wickets. that was quite good to see. And then we've got some big names. Sophia Dunkley in the women's game, and CJ. Chris Jordan, he's doing his thing, and then pass split like Mark Butcher. Mark Butcher's a legend, and Alex Judas legend, and there's no other bigger legends than Michael Holding, and Denise Lewis is a fantastic sporting ambassador. Darren Mootoo as well, he's a legend on the radio. So it's all good. And how can I forget to talk about media? Sir Trevor McDonald as well. So in terms of we've got a blanket list.
That man knows his cricket.
You can cover, he knows his cricket, and he covers the TV. We'll let you cover the radio element of ACE and what's happening.
And you're wearing some of the new ACE equipment. Looking good start.
Yeah, I try to stay on brand where I can. So we've got the sweatshirt, we've got the hat, and we'll make sure that you get some of that stuff as well. And
I did see
everyone likes a bit of stash. Everyone likes a bit of stash.
Yeah, that looks good. That looks good. Yeah, because I saw one video of an ACE meeting, and you turn up in a suit and tie, and I'm thinking, what?
Yeah, I got stitched up on that one. I got stitched up so that everybody and I was actually doing interviews. So we're doing interviews, and I guess we didn't really talk about the dress code of what we was gonna be wearing. So I was thinking interviews, like I don't mind wearing a shirt and tie and suit, but it's not something that I wear regularly. So I thought, oh, Ebbs is gonna try and come really smart, you know. So I turned up and then I saw Ebbs and I was like, wow, so we're just doing this casual. She goes, no, Chef, it's ace vibes, you know. We're just doing it, we're just here, we do the interviews, we can just chill, we don't need to be so formal. So there was me just, you know, in my shirt and tie, and yeah, got massively stitched up on that. The next day when we had interviews, I wasn't dressed the same. It was no shirt and tie the next day. So yeah, it worked out in the end. But
You mentioned you're based in Lambeth. I played for Lambeth Cricket Club years ago.
Okay.
Yeah, we used to be used to meet at Brixton Town Hall and then head off from there wherever. And we used to play some interesting teams in those days. And there was one I remember, always a big clash, was Brixton West Indians. Are there teams like that still going these days?
Few and far between.
Right.
Few and far between. There's not many. And the ones that are there, we're seeing how we can support, but our target age is 10 to 18-year-olds, and a lot of the players at these clubs now are a lot older. You know, they didn't really think about planning for the future and bringing the youth through, and I guess that's where some of the part of the problem is, where we've got to. But yeah, there's a few clubs out there, a few black clubs that are doing their thing. So yeah, there's not many, but you know, we're trying to see eventually when we can give that bit of more of attention. You know, there's a lot of moving parts of what we're trying to do with Ace, and trying to do everything in one go as much as I'd like to is a bit difficult. So but hopefully if the team grows again soon, and then we can try to mobilize some of those communities again and those clubs, and give a bit of support.
They were good days though. So you'd have teams turn up in a big transit van, and all the guys would jump out the back, and someone would be carrying the grill, and they'd put that there, and someone else would put on the big bass speaker.
It's great atmosphere. Great. I remember so at my club growing up was a club called Spencer in Wandsworth. And I remember they played, I think it was an Evening Standard game against Lambeth Enterprise. And I remember just that, like the atmosphere there, and I knew some of like the Lambeth Enterprise people through my dad, and you know, some of those guys were, you know, like you'd call them like uncle out of respect kind of thing. So that was me. And you know, I remember the Spencer team at the time I wouldn't say being cocky or, you know, but there was a lot more confidence, thinking, you know, Lambeth Enterprise, who these kind of guys who like were playing. I remember Lambeth Enterprise rocking up and just smashing them to pieces. You know, it was like, wow, there's one. It looked like it was like the West Indies of old. You know, there was like 4 fast bowlers. No one was getting tired, and you got guys jumping all over the place. And I just remember balls getting smashed left, right, and center. You know, into the tennis courts, into the road, into houses. It was just a great atmosphere, because I remember that when those and you played in those kind of games, but just the atmosphere when people used to come and watch, and like the music, the food. You know, I'm a man who loves food, and you know what I mean. It was just an exciting vibe. So hopefully through some of the stuff we want to try and do is help that again. I know that the Caribbean Cup has been running for a few years, still going. So yeah, we'll see how we can support things moving forwards.
That's an important thing, to make it exciting for people. You know, whether you're playing, coming watching,
100%,
make it exciting.
No, 100%, because you know, okay, we're cricket fans, right? But I don't love every format of cricket. There's many parts of cricket that I find boring. So where I look at a lot of the things when I talk to people and I just reflect on it myself, I think if I've been born and raised on cricket all my life, and I love cricket, but there's elements of the game that I find boring, then for someone who has no interest, there's going to be a lot of parts that they might find boring. So it's about making it fun. It's about making it exciting, you know, about creating an atmosphere. And, you know, even in our academy training sessions, you know, we've always, that's a high performing environment, but we've got music going on, you know, the way how we kind of talk to the players and fuse the players, it's all a bit different, you know, to then what you might find at a county. But all our coaches are all county coaches on performance pathway, so it's just trying to create a different vibe, you know, to what it is, because we're trying to infuse people and you know, we might go a bit left off topic here, but I know the 100's not for everyone, right? So, you know, there's a few rumblings of the cricket purists, but you know, for me, I'm like, wow, let's get the 100 going, because we need new people coming into the game, you know, new young boys and girls and families to take it up, and you know, otherwise it's cricket, the participation levels aren't going to get any better. It's just going to go down.
Yeah. Well, it sounds like you've had the most incredible last few months getting this thing really going off the ground, and it sounds like you're only just getting started with these expansion plans. Where I know you can't talk about a lot of it, but
it's
you're doing something right.
It's very exciting, very exciting. It's very exciting, and everything's just moving in the right direction, and like, being able to have the support of, you know, a few individual people and a few organizations helps with that. And yeah, like I said, hopefully when I come back again another time, I'll be able to say that we're in a few more places, which will be great.
Well, rest assured, I'm going to be watching eagle-eyed to what's going on, and yeah, we're going to get you and Ebbs and whoever else back at a regular basis, because we need to get this out there, and we need to. I just want to find out what's going on, because it's you're going like a spaceship at the moment, and I think it's great. I really think it's great.
No, I really appreciate it. And yeah, like, so we've got on Wednesday, the 2nd of June, we've got an open day in London at the Oval. There's some sign-up information. If you know, people can check out our website and stuff. And in Birmingham as well, Handsworth Cricket Club on the 4th of June, we've got another open day there. So we've got 2 open days coming up. So any players out there that anyone knows of, you know, who's interested, just to improve their game, get some extra talent, pathway training, and to take them up to the next level, then you know, reach out. You know, like I said to you before, you know, it's we don't care about, you know, what island or what country, you know, just anyone who's got African heritage or Caribbean heritage, no matter what the country is, no matter what the island, just reach out. You know, use your parents' heritage to good use, and get involved in the program.
What's the website so that people can go and take a look?
aceprogram.com.
I'm going to put that at the foot of the screen so people can click on that. And I suggest everyone, doesn't matter, just go and look at it, because this is a really great project. They're doing great work, making great strides. So Chevy Green, Director of Programming, many thanks for joining us. Always a pleasure, and we'll be speaking to you very soon.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you very much, Darren. Much appreciated. You know, a lot of love to 98 Not Out.